Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to show you my April setup in my bullet journal, and I just wanted to use my watercolors again, and so I did. And I don't know how to call this particular theme, but I just wanted to make some very cute paintings in this particular art style. I don't know what to call this art style, if it even has a name, but basically everything just looks very flat and as if you would see it in a children's book story. I really like it. So the cover page is just these 3 jumping rabbits or hares, and I just used my watercolors. It's pretty simple actually. They're just jumping. It's not a very difficult shape to draw or to paint, and I just did the same pose for all 3 rabbits, and yeah, that's that. I don't really have anything else to say about this. I usually do a very different type of theme for April. Usually I do something with flowers or pastel colors, just something that reminds you a bit more of spring. But I just really wanted to do this theme. I used to have a journal or notebook that actually had this image of these 3 jumping rabbits on the cover, and I always really liked it. And that's where my inspiration came from, and I don't know, I just wanted to do it for April. And all the colors in this whole setup are pretty dark and earthy, but I actually really like that, even though it might not be the most fitting for this time of the year. But I don't really think that your bullet journal theme needs to match the time of the year that you're in. So on the left, I just wrote out April, just using paints, and then I had some space left on the right, so I just drew a little branch with some leaves. And then I added a little calendar just to fill up the space. Wasn't fully happy with the rabbits, so I added some more shading and details. And then some washi tape to finish it off, and then it's time to move on to the next spread, which is going to be my calendar spread. I don't always do a big 2-page calendar setup, but I just felt like doing it again. I'm usually pretty busy in April for some reason. I have 4 birthdays this month, and I don't know, I'm always busy. So I decided just to give myself enough space to plan everything out. And on this page I wanted to make a boiling pot of something mysterious with a lot of smoke or steam coming from the pot, and I think it looks really cute, and I again love the earthy colors. Yeah, it just looks really comfortable to me. And then on the right there was this empty space, so I just decided to make a bunch of vegetables as if that was sort of the recipe that goes in the mysterious soup or whatever is boiling. And I think it really adds something to the page. I don't know, it just looks really cute. I used my detail brush to basically color in all of the vegetables, and it was honestly pretty easy. I just made sure that all the colors were pretty muted, so the red and the orange are still sort of brown toned, which is a little bit hard to see on camera. But basically I just added a little bit of brown to the red and to the orange. Then I went in with a colored pencil just to make the smoke or the seam just a bit more interesting and a bit more detailed. So I just added these curvy lines. And also I added some shading and line work to the vegetables just to make it stand out a bit more. And then on to the next page, which is going to be my expense tracker and my notes section. I just basically make the same layout every time. It's pretty simple. On the left, I just make a box for my expenses, and on the right there is a notes section, basically just in case I need extra space for my expense tracker, which lately I've needed, and also just to make notes. And on the bottom right corner, as you can see, I'm now painting a wolf, also in this same jumping pose as the rabbits off the cover page, and I really like this one. And then on to the next page. Like I said, I have 4 birthdays this month. It's always really busy, so I decided to make a gift ideas page just so I could brainstorm about, you know, gifts. But I didn't really need 2 pages, so on the right I just made a cute little painting of 3 carrots and 3 different colors. And I think it just looks really cute. This one was really simple to paint. You just make sort of rectangle shape, but make it really long at the bottom to show the roots, sort of. And then later I went in again with the same dark brown colored pencil to make like horizontal stripes in the carrots, just to make it look a little bit more realistic and give it a bit more dimension. Then on to the next page, which is going to be my first 2 weekly spreads. For this one, I just decided to do 1-page weekly spreads, which is something I usually do. But over the past few years, I often do 2-page weekly spreads for April because it's such a busy month usually. But I don't know, I just didn't feel like I really needed it since I don't go to school now, and I don't know, I just figured it would be enough to make 1-page weekly spreads. And I want to make it a little bit different from usual. I usually just do the spread you see on the right page, just these 8 boxes. But I'm getting a little bit tired of that layout, so I mix it up with a different layout you see on the left page. To fill up the space, I just painted these ferns, which are not super realistic, but I don't mind. I really like that it fills up the space, and I love the colors of this spread. And on to already the final page, the final 2 pages, which is my last 2 weekly spreads. Again, I use a different weekly layout than I usually do, and I really liked just making it a little bit different. I use watercolors to color in the boxes of the days, and I absolutely love these colors. To fill up the empty spaces, I used some washi tape, and at the top I painted these leaves and branches. And this is the final flip through. I absolutely love this theme. I love the colors. I really love earthy tones, which is all you can find in this setup. I hope you liked it too. If you did, give a thumbs up, maybe leave a comment and subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you in one of my next videos. Bye!